Hello world, and thank you YouTube. You have arrived here at Mondays with Michelle. I am your host, Michelle. Thank you so much for being here. If I resonate with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. Sure do appreciate all of that energetic, over the internet love. Thank you guys so much. Today's topic, love and the heart chakra, one of my favorite chakras. Google's definition of love is a noun, an intense feeling of deep affection. I like that. An intense feeling of deep affection. Yeah, I like that definition. Does that resonate with you? I love that definition. The Webster's Dictionary said warm affection or sexual passion. And I agree with that on a certain degree with the sexual passion part, because there's definitely love in sexual passion. However, there is also love in my child. I don't have any sexual passion for my child. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that definition I'm not a huge fan of. But the Google definition, an intense feeling of deep affection, I'm 1000% on board for that. I love that. I wasn't able to find any quotes that I enjoyed enough to share with you. I was trying to find like definition type quotes about love, and all I kept finding were like people infused definition of what love is, or a relationship to love, not so much what love is. So I couldn't find anything that I wanted to share with you guys, sorry. But I do have a really fun story to share with you. I'm excited about that. Okay, so where does this energy come from? Comes from our heart chakra, which is in the center of our chest, represented by the color green. It is our integration chakra. It is our connection chakra. We have the 3 lower chakras that deal with our physical being here on earth as humans. And then we have the heart chakra, and then we have the 3 higher chakras that deal with more of our spiritual being, of our energetic being versus the physical. So the physical and the spiritual thinking, and they all combined right here in the heart chakra. It's why it's such an important chakra. It governs the heart, obviously, the lungs, the cardiac system, the thymus gland, and it regulates the immune system. So if you're a fairly healthy person, you don't get the common cold very often. It's rare that I get sick. It's very, very rare that I get sick. And just on Friday, I spent all day in bed because my head felt like it was going to explode, like out of nowhere, whether it's allergies or a sinus infection, I don't know. But I also went through a little bit of heartbreak recently, and I feel like it's the physical manifestation of that and getting through that, because it was a quick moving little cold. So yeah, just something to think about. In review, a chakra is an energy center in our body that both emits and receives energy. Each chakra has a different energetic frequency and governs different functions in the body. So our heart chakra is in charge of basically like this area. The heart chakra characteristics: capacity to love and be loved, to give and receive love, connection with all. You have so much love that you could never hurt a fly. Is that connection with all. You understand that the trees and the leaves and the grass and everything's connected. You have an appreciation of beauty, speaking of nature. And you find beauty in all things. All things. You're able to use discernment. You have the capacity for compassion, forgiveness, and and all of those fun, warm and fuzzy, positive feelings. That's where that's coming from. Is your heart chakra. Why do you think for years the sign of love has been that heart? It's all from that chakra. Okay, so reasons for potentially being out of balance. I mean, there's a million reasons for it, right? What I was reading was physical or emotional abuse. If you had emotionally cold parents, if they weren't really loving, maybe if you were in a strict schooling system, not a whole lot of compassion. I would think that maybe the military could affect your heart chakra to a degree. Anything like that. Anytime that, a lot of men have issues with their, well, a lot of women do too, but men generally, their heart chakra is not as open. Because for years and years and years and years and years of social programming, you poor men have been taught to not feel your feels, to not identify your feels, to not understand your feels as they become emotions. And so that will throw a wrench into your heart chakra as well. And as always with any chakra, you can have an overactive chakra, you can have an underactive chakra. We're going to talk about what it looks like to be balanced as well. If you have an overactive chakra, you're ruled by your emotions. You have a bleeding heart. You're often the mater. Mater, is that how you say that word? Sorry. You love indiscriminately. Sorry about my pronunciation there. You lack proper boundaries. You neglect emotional self-care. You have a lost sense of identity. You give to others with no restraints, just nothing. You just give and give and give. You're that yes man. You're constantly saying yes to shit that you don't really want to do. Oftentimes you're very codependent. And I'm sure you can look back on your life right now, and after I say these things, go, wow, okay, yeah, after that situation, that's how I was feeling. And I hope you take that moment to go back to one of these feelings where you neglected your emotional self-care, maybe after a breakup, and you jumped into another relationship immediately and you didn't allow that time to really heal yourself. So you're bringing baggage from this relationship into the next. It's kind of what I'm going through right now, just getting out of a major relationship. Just making sure my shit is clean before I jump into anything else with anyone else. Like, I want to make sure I'm whole first so I can offer that to someone. Because if I'm just offering them pieces and not even the glue to help me put it back together, like, good luck, bro. But when you can hand someone you as a whole, I mean, that's amazing. Sorry, I just kind of went off on a tangent there. That just came through me. But yeah, so that's what an overactive heart chakra looks like. So let's say you just went through a breakup and your heart is shattered into a million pieces. If you don't put that back together, you're constantly going to be a mess. And yeah, while your intentions are good, because you want to love, you got to love yourself first. You have to love yourself first. There's overactive. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Some physical issues that may pop up from overactive heart chakra. High blood pressure. You're at risk, higher risk for heart attacks, breast cancer, lung issues, anything to do with this or your blood system pretty much. I noticed a little pattern in two of my relatives who had cancer. Just from the feelings that I got of their essence as females, from what I observed as a little kid, from perceptions of other family members, and just kind of feeling their vibe. I remember being very young, having a realization of, oh, they both had breast cancer. I wonder if they had trouble loving. I was like 12 when I had this realization. Because two very important females in my life had breast cancer. And I feel like they both had an issue loving, whether to give or receive. It was just, it was a mess. So it was interesting to me at age 12 to be able to like, oh, well, they both had breast cancer. That makes sense. It was something to do with love, because my mom didn't get breast cancer and I haven't gotten breast cancer. And I feel like both my mom and I are much different from my granny's type of love. Like, she was a lover, don't get it twisted, but I don't know, it just, I don't know. Moving right along. Let's look at what an underactive chakra, heart chakra, looks like. You might also think a narcissist, although there are only 2 real narcissists on this planet right now. But people with narcissistic behavior oftentimes have an underactive heart chakra. They can be demanding, jealous, possessive, codependent, arrogant, flaky, withdrawn, cold, critical, judgmental, intolerant, selfish. Do any of you have somebody like that in your life? Yeah. And oftentimes someone such as myself, I have had some major issues with my heart chakra. Someone who just wants to love so much and will give and give and give and give and give and give and give, is going to attract someone who has a shut down or an underactive heart chakra. So that opposites attract is bringing it together because of the lack on one end and the overindulgence on the other. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. Instead of being both rhythmically, 50-50 like it should be in a relationship. So we've talked about over the bleeding heart, the led by emotions, and we've talked about the underactive, the narcissistic behavior, the selfish behavior, the cold, the withdrawn, the my guard's constantly up, and anytime I feel anything for anyone that feels anything to do like love, I'm going to back off because I'm scared, because I've been so hurt in the past. I'm so scared. My heart chakra is underactive. It's not being used. And that's an icky place to be. Either side of the coin is an icky place to be, because on one side, when you're too much love, you're spending it all on somebody else instead of on yourself. And when it's under, you're expecting someone else to fill that gap for you. And that's not fair to the other person. That's not fair to you either. So what does a balanced chakra, what does a balanced heart chakra look like? Unity, balance. You're open, you're receptive, you're giving, you're forgiving, you're generous, accepting, connected. The great thing about the heart chakra, well, I mean, all of the chakras are great, but the heart chakra in particular that is our integration point. That is where we're taking, visually, if you follow me, you're taking Earth, life, 3D, as a human on this earth, grounded energy. That's grounded energy. The first 3 chakras are grounded energy. The top 3 chakras are universal life force, the heavens, unlimited knowledge, astral communication, just all that other stuff. And it all comes together in the heart. So, and I believe all of the chakras can be cleared and cleansed and healed through the heart chakra. I really do believe that. And it's, that's what I do. I'm a heart healer. And if you're interested in getting a one-on-one session, please let me know. I'm a master level Reiki practitioner and soon to be life coach certificate holder. I'm excited about that. Okay, sorry, we're getting off topic. I apologize. So yeah, a balanced chakra, unity, balance, receptiveness. You can give, you can receive. It's a nice little balance. The energies are good. Everybody's happy. We're enjoying our human. You know, it's a good vibe. Good times. Okay. So I have such a fun story about love. In this moment, it really taught me that love is universal. Love is the language of every being on this earth, every critter, everything that has a heartbeat. Love is, it's everything. Anyway, so years ago, we lived in a gorgeous condo community. It was beautiful. We had a tri-level condo, 4-bedroom, 3.5 baths. Like, my kids had a dance room. It was awesome. It was gorgeous. 2-car garage, pool, spa, the whole shebang. Anyway, we had this nice condo complex. And right behind us was the San Diego River. So, you know, as you know, there's tons of wildlife in the river bottoms. And a mama duck and 12 babies were walking through our complex. And my husband and I at the time were walking back from the pool, and we see these damn ducks. And I'm like, okay, we can't, if they try and get out of here, they're going to get smushed. People drive through the complex a little fast sometimes too. Like, we knew that we were going to be responsible for this mama and her duckies. The river bottom is on the other side of the fence. We'll just get them over there. Okay, so how are we going to do this? We're going to get a box. We're going to get a box, and we're going to get all the duckies. We're going to get the babies in there first, and then mama will follow her babies, obviously. Or that was my plan. You know, thinking like a mom. That was my plan. So we got a box. And mind you, I'm talking to Mama Duck the entire time. I'm like, Mama Duck, here's what's going to happen. You're not in a good spot right now. We're going to get you back down to the water. We want you to be safe. What I'm going to do, see this box? I'm going to put all of your babies in this box. So if you could tell your babies to not freak the fuck out, that'd be great. Because we want to get you all in this box and then over the fence so you guys will be safe. So after, because I followed the ducks while my husband and my kids went and grabbed a box. So I come back talking to the mama, get a handful of the duckies into the box. There's a big bush thing that we're wrestling and getting them all in. So that was probably like a 25-30 minute ordeal getting all the babies in the box. So we're good. And so I tell mama, I said, I have your babies. You need to follow us. So she starts kind of like flapping back and forth on the other side of the fence, flying, but she sees me and she sees her babies. And anytime she gets too far behind me, because what I'm doing is I'm walking on the back side of our complex to get to the street so I can hop the fence really quick and take her across the street into the water. So I get to the end, and anytime I'm not hearing mama quack, I kind of shake the box just slightly to get the babies to go, and then I hear her. So she's following me. I get to, you know what, I am going to tell this whole story. I get to the end, and I hand my husband at the time the box. And I said, do not go anywhere until I get back. Because mind you, I had to run all the way down and around to get out of the complex to go to where I just held him the box because I couldn't jump over the fence. I'm just not that. So I tell him, stay there. Do not move. I will be right there. As I turn the corner and I'm hauling ass, as much as I can haul ass, up to where I just handed him the box of babies, I hear a screech of tires and an oh my God coming from my children and my husband. So I book it up there. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And he looks at me and he says, the mama duck just got hit. Motherfucker, why didn't you just listen to me and stay there when I told you? Was the first thing I thought of. So frustrating. However, so I run over to Mama Duck. The guy stops, big, huge truck. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm like, no, we just rescued all our babies. We're just trying to get her across the street. It's like no harm, no foul, whatever. So I put Mama Duck in my shirt and I'm talking to her and she's fucking out. Like she just got hit like head and shoulder on by a big old Dodge Ram. So I've got Mama and we're talking and we're shaking the box and we're kind of open the box. We're not letting the babies hop out, but we're just trying to get Mama, kind of with it. And so I'm like, okay, let's at least go over to the water. We can find a spot. And I mean, worst case scenario, we just lay her down and we figure out what happens. You know what I'm saying? So as we're crossing the street, she's hearing the babies. She starts moving around. I'm like, yes, this bitch is not dead. This bitch is a mama. This mama loves her babies. Oh, that makes me emotional even thinking about it. So, we get down to to the San Diego River, and she's freaking out now. Like, she really wants to come out now. So I let her out, open the box, let all the babies go. She hops out of my arms, like, limps down to the water and swims off. All the babies in tow. One got stuck, but then we finally got it on its way. So, crazy emotional. Like, wow, we just, you know, in an effort to save a mama, almost got her killed. But then she came back and went off with all her babies. And we thought, okay, we've done all we can do. We all feel good about what happened. Like, not that she got hit, but we all kind of rallied together, got her on her way. And it was a moment that my husband and my kids, that's not their dad, that we all got to share together in that moment of compassion. So, a couple months later, we're on a hike across the street, and there's a little bridge where the San Diego River comes over, or under, excuse me. And we're just standing there, and we're looking at, we see a mama and her ducks, and I'm like, oh, hi, ducky, ducky. You've got to be shitting me. That is not the same mama. Are you no way. And I go, mama, this bitch swims over with 3, just a tiny bit bigger than what we saw. So we're thinking a new breed of, or a new round of duckies. The mama comes out of the water. I'm like, no, bitch, you stay in the water. You stay in the water. But she comes up, and the reason why I knew it was her is she had a scar on her little face and a scar on her little wing. And she came up and she's quacking at us. And I'm like, hi, mama. So good to see you. I'm so glad you're here. Shaking her little tail, letting us know that she recognized us and that she loved us. So that's my little story about love. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here with me. I appreciate all the love and the support.